They are one of Broadway's most successful writing teams with Grammy and Academy Award nominations to their names, and I'm talking about lyricist Lynn Ahrens and composer Stephen Flaherty. They're currently in the country as part of the Broadway Comes to Australia show. Check out the screen for details. Now, I'll chat to the duo in a moment, but right now, their Tony Award-winning musical Ragtime with Aussie stars Kellie and Adrian, Donni with Wheels of a Dream.
I see his face, I hear his heartbeat, I look in those eyes, how wise they seem. Well, when he is old enough, I will show him America, and he will ride on the wheels of a dream. We'll go down south, and see your people. Won't they take to him like cats to cream? Then we'll travel on from there.
California, who knows where? And he will ride on the wheels of a dream.
The wheels are turning for us, girl, and the times are starting to roll. Any man can get where he wants to if he's got some fire in his soul. We'll see Justice Sarah and plenty of men who will stand up and give us our due. Oh, Sarah, it's more than promises. Sarah, it must be true. A country that lets a man like me own a car, raise a child, build a life with you.
Of a Dream, and look at that orchestra. And I'm now joined by lyricist Lynn Ahrens and composer Stephen Flaherty. One and all, good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you, Kerri-Anne.
Now, just seeing, that's special for us. We've got timpani, we've got cellos, we've got strings. It's just divine. But I guess being from Broadway, you're used to this.
Well, it's a treat for us, too, because Broadway has shrunk somewhat in the past 10 years. So to have a full orchestra is wonderful.
And these musicians follow us around everywhere. It's very odd, actually.
You must walk in the door in the orchestra.
They do. It's strange.
Now, your collaboration has gone back some 25 years, and as I mentioned, Oscar and Emmy nominations, Tony Award nominations to your name. How does a collaboration work?
It's a little bit like a tennis match. I come up with an idea, or Stephen does. We lob it across the fence to the other one. And,
are you in the same room?
A lot
of the time, yeah. It sort of has to do with who has the passion first. So if I come up with a music idea, I run with it, and then I throw it to Lynn, and she responds to it, and it's a back and forth sort of match, and that's how it happens.
Yeah.
Let's rewind 25 years. How did you first meet?
We met in a musical theater writing workshop, which is a little bit like a dating singles program where, you know, composers and lyricists find one another.
Speed dating for
That's right.
A little bit, yeah. So you hit a few notes, and if it doesn't work, you move on.
This was in New York City, and so I was right out of university, right off the bus, and I met Lynn within the first month that I had moved to New York City from the Midwest in the States.
Yeah.
So they just throw a bunch of people together and see who emotionally gels.
And out of that workshop, we're one of the few teams who've emerged and who've survived and who've gone on to, you know, have real careers in theater, which is lucky for us.
Now, you've got to think of the commercial aspect. We know in music, pop music, how grand and popular that is. There's the bubblegum, then you go down to sort of you choose something, U2, a bit more substantial. How does it work? What do you look for? Do you have to think commercially?
We think of what we love, and we've done so many shows on Broadway and off Broadway, and we've done film, and all of the ideas that we've ever done, we just love. We fall in love with them, and don't worry about where they're going to end up. You know, we just want to write them.
Yeah.
And you, of course, Stephen, worked with Chita Rivera, who joined us on the program.
She did.
Oh,
Yeah. She's fantastic.
Yeah, she's great.
She's just great.
Explain working. You know, we get to interview her, and she's just delightful.
She's wonderful.
But working with her as closely as you did, your memories.
Well, we both worked with her. The thing that was so great about
she's
Chita...
from a couple of years ago.
Oh, yeah, there she is.
Oh, yeah. Hi,
the thing that was great about her is it was a show about her life, a biography show on Broadway called Chita Rivera, The Dancer's Life, and Lynn and I were asked to write special material. So we got Chita to tell us stories about her life, and then had to then translate her anecdotes into songs.
Into song. All her roles, all her famous roles, all her childhood memories. We wrote 2 terrific songs. One's called Dancing on the Kitchen Table, which she apparently did as a child.
As a kid.
Yeah.
But that's a special talent to be able to formulate that.
Yeah.
Now, you mentioned Broadway has shrunk recently.
A little bit, yeah.
What is the change to, say, 20 years ago when you were hitting your straps then?
Well, when Ragtime first was produced, we had 50 actors on the stage, and we had an orchestra of almost 30. And I think that's very unusual nowadays. And Ragtime is being revived on Broadway. It's going to be going into previews this fall. And once again, we have 40 performers and an orchestra of 28. So we're almost back to the size we were, which is pretty great.
Now, this show, we've just seen an example here. You can catch a show, by the way, tonight in Sydney.
Yes.
Hobart on Wednesday. If you just go to our website, we've got all the details posted there. What can people expect?
Well, they can probably expect me to sing one song and forget my lyrics, which I did in Melbourne.
I'm going to play several moments from various shows. And the thing that's great about this particular show is it's not specifically a concert. There are a lot of numbers, but we're also on stage. We're going to be talking about the craft of writing for the theater, writing for Broadway, how a show is put together, how a dramatic moment happens.
Telling some anecdotes of
Telling some
showbiz.
anecdotes, and then having these terrific performers in this beautiful orchestra under the baton of Maestro Kevin Purcell, and directed by Will Conyers, and the University of Tasmania Consortium has put together the entire evening, and it's going to be terrific.
Well, it sounds like just a magic night.
It's a really great night.
Thank you, Lynn, and thank you, Stephen. I do appreciate it.
Thank
and thank
you,
to everyone in the
Kerri-Anne.
orchestra. It's a big setup this morning, so we do appreciate it.